Well, the first time I heard about Island Lake was, like so many other things in skiing, word of mouth. You know, it's a small enough fraternity that whenever there's anything new or exciting, you're bound to catch wind of it. And you know, Island Lake Lodge was this sort of phrase that was on everyone's lips for a year or so there, and you know, nobody really knew what it was about, but we just knew it was good, and we knew it was new, and we knew that we had to go there. And then, of course, you know, we started seeing the first images rolling out of this place, and they were just unbelievable, and nobody had seen powder on film like that before.
When I first saw these images from Island Lake from these ski movies I used to watch when I was a kid, they blew me away. I remember seeing this one shot of Seth Morrison, and he was skiing, and there was snow just coming right over his head. He hit this drop, and he landed, and you just can't even see him. There's just so much snow there.
On that first trip there, it was interesting because we drove in a cat pretty much right out of the town site, and I thought that was a little strange because every other cat skiing operation I'd been to was up at the end of a logging road somewhere a million miles from nowhere. And then we drove through this magnificent forest, which also seemed crazy to be so close to a town. We arrived at this fabulous, you know, log or wood-hewn lodge, and it was snowing really heavily. It was getting dark. Couldn't really see much. We settled in for the night. The next morning, my God, it had cleared off, and we walked outside of the lodge, and we were just surrounded 360 degrees of absolute magnificence. You know, alabaster teeth on every horizon, and big open rolling bowls and meadows and tree lines. It was incredible. I just remember being struck by the variety and diversity of the terrain there, and how much of it there was. Well, you know, pretty much everything about Island Lake was new to us in those days. You know, the accommodation, it was beyond the pale. The level of service, the food, all unfamiliar to us in, you know, the backcountry experiences that we'd had, or the wilderness lodges. And you know, adding that to the unbelievable skiing, we just came away from there thinking, wow, somebody has thrown down the gauntlet. You know, this is the new benchmark. This is the threshold that everyone else is going to have to minimally aspire to. You know, in the ensuing years, a lot of Catskiing operations did encroach on that model, but Island Lake has consistently remained ahead. They've upgraded their operation, expanded, you know, whatever it has had to do, literally, to maintain that position.
Wow, for me, coming from a ski bum atmosphere of dirtbagging it on the floor type of living, rolling into Island Lake, showing up, had this massive room, big, queen-size beds, catering like you wouldn't believe. It was awesome. The food was amazing. I almost wanted to stop skiing early just to get down and eat some of their food. It was awesome.
Island Lake Catskiing remains the leader in high-end catskiing. Certainly 3 beautiful lodges there now with fine dining, a huge wine library, full-service spa. It really takes it to a level beyond anything else in the industry. And you've got 5,000 acres of beautiful powder for just you and 11 of your buddies. So when you really put that in perspective and you think about maybe your favorite ski resort covered in 3 feet of powder and it's all just for you and 11 of your friends, it gives you a little bit of the idea of the experience.
To this day, and that's 16, 17 years after the first time that I visited Island Lake, I would say, you know, that of all my experiences as a ski journalist, very few match up to that my first time at Island Lake. And I've been back many times, and I am always, always as excited at the prospect of going back there as I was the first time. And I can't say that about a lot of places.